Hi, cutie.
Hi.
You look like a worker boy.
That's what I'm doing.
What you doing? Ripping?
Getting ready to rip. I got everything adjusted.
Tell them what you're making.
Making a chicken tractor. Modification of, combination of several things. Several chicken tractors we've looked at. Trying to simplify the design and using what we have, what we're familiar with, and what we like to use.
Well, there you go.
Doesn't tell you much, but it lets you know that this is kind of a cobbled together using what we have and the few things we had to buy in order to create what we want. What did we do yesterday?
Those. We primed white to make more what? Tomato trellises.
And these are the top parts that things hang on.
They'll be green when we're done with them. We really like the green. We did one white and we did one green, and we stood them up to see which one we liked the best. And we like the green because it kind of blends in with nature.
Well, as you drive up, it's got a very different look than when they were white, and it has a better feel to it. It's more gardeny.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that.
We are.
And we also worked on the posts. We got 3 of them ready. That's all we had, and then we went and bought another one. This is the only size we can find, and they're larger. But we'd had some questions about why didn't we put the roofing material, the roofing cement, on the bottoms.
Coating.
The coating, because if we get any liquid that gets into this has cracks, and so if water gets in here and gets into the wood, you want it to be able to go out. We're going to put 6 inches of pea gravel in the bottom of the hole, so as the water gets out, it will quickly go through the pea gravel and drain away and not set and rot this faster than Mother Nature is going to normally do it.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
Anything we can do to extend their life, we want them to last a while.
This one is bigger. We could not find the other small ones. We brought these from Oregon. These are common everywhere in the West, and here they're all big. I don't know. They're like posts on steroids.
So we're suspecting we're gonna, about almost halfway through the garden, switch to a different size.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. They'll be all the same color, the same shape, the same height, but the posts will be a slightly different size. So if you come and look at them, or if you're looking in the video and you say, does that post look like it's a different size? Yeah, you're right, it is a different size. This is a this is a 30-gallon bag, and it's about 3/4 full of dirt that's slightly wet, so there's some heft going on. It's on this stand that's 2 foot by 2 foot. It's got wheels, and it can slide wherever we want it to go.
Whoa, that's so cool.
We can move it around, get it out of the sun, into the sun, out of the cold, into the hot.
I think a fig tree is gorgeous. Look how much it's grown.
Yeah, it's really going to town.
Loving Missouri.
Hi, I'm Jim.
I'm Rhenda. And I am loving Missouri.
We're harding this approach, and we're loving Missouri. What we're loving about it is it's warm enough to really help the plants grow.
I've never seen plants grow. I mean, you can sit on your porch and watch them grow.
Well, this is the, I don't know if, maybe it's just the second rain. It just kind of keeps coming and going. It rained a bit this morning, and this is like the 3rd time that it's had some sprinkle coming down this afternoon. So plenty of moisture this time of year to help things grow good. So we're excited about this. The garden is going fantastic.
I have tomatoes setting on almost every plant.
Oh yeah, it's
whoa,
it's going well.
Okay, so I have some questions that I'm going to answer first, and they're in no order. Jim's going to talk about the second one. He doesn't even know that, but he is. You know about it.
I must be going to ad-lib on this a bit.
So I got a question on all different kinds of this or that or that. Somebody wants to know about Cabot cheese and butter. I think I've Cabot, C-O-B.
A brand?
A brand. A brand.
Okay.
I'm sure I've used it. I don't know offhand. Now, as my sister will say, you can't always afford the best and the greatest. You afford what you can. So you find the best quality butter that your budget can find. And as you evolve and things get better for you, then maybe once in a while you can afford a Kerrygold butter, or I'm not sure what the Cabot butter is. It might be like that too. So just do the best you can, right?
Absolutely. And
start where you're at, because we certainly didn't use that.
An interjection from Jim on that is that one of the great reasons that we want to homestead, that we are homesteading, is because we wanted to produce our own pretty much everything. Because being able to afford the best is pretty hard to do. Now, admittedly, having a homestead isn't free, but it lets us produce the top quality, and once we get up and going, then the cost of producing it should decrease if we're operating smartly. It should, and that's really what any smart homesteader farmer will do, is find the best ways to get their products prepared without spending oodles of money.
We had the question about, well, should I take the cream off my milk and make butter and just drink the skim milk? Skim milk's not, I mean, most homesteaders will tell you that's for the pigs. I think probably skim milk still tastes, it's gonna be healthier for you than buying it in the store, for sure. Hopefully, you know, we're hoping to get a cow that gives us enough that we can do both, and because there's only 2 of us, so you just kind of have to work your way through it. Okay, so the second question is about ice cream.
Yes, I like ice cream. Was that the question?
Sure. So we had somebody that commented on ice cream and how they make it. And we talked yesterday that we make our own ice cream with our own milk and our own eggs and our own small amounts of sugar or maple syrup. We haven't made that since we've been here, but we just had someone who said they have a 6-quart, and anytime that we want to make it, they'll invite themselves over. That was basically it.
Yeah, it was. That's fine. That's fine.
No, I love
Let's have a party.
Yeah.
Ice cream party.
So one of our viewers talked about, it's spelled like carriage with an E-N-A-N on the end of it. It's an additive that they add to all ice cream. And they wondered why, about 3 hours after they ate, they started always feeling like their body had been poisoned. It causes allergies and all kinds of things. So that's what's in your normal ice cream.
So when you are poisoned, it feels like it.
But one of our viewers gave us a great idea on how to make a fun ice cream.
You know, it sounds to me like it's a fancy smoothie.
I know. I think we should go do it as soon as we're done here.
We weren't? You were not planning on it?
On video.
Oh, okay, on video. What was suggested is to take some frozen fruit, and this person liked bananas. We like bananas as well. You take your frozen fruit. It can be more than bananas. We're going to include, well, no, the strawberries aren't frozen.
Oh,
right?
yeah, they are.
Oh, she froze the strawberries. We bought some fresh strawberries. I'm sure they were picked this morning or last night. They're good. They're good strawberries. Little, very tasty. Those are frozen. We're going to take the bananas and the strawberries
and some cream.
Put them in our, what do we put them in?
We have a Vitamix.
We're going to put them in our Vitamix. Vitamix them up into magic ice cream and see if it's any good.
Have a refreshing afternoon soother.
But we're not adding any of that what is it?
No, carrageenan.
No poison in our ice cream.
Now, when we eat this, I want you to answer the question. What do we need to add to this if we're going to have
a second scoop? No.
Oh.
No. We're going to eat it in moderation. We're going to be smart about that.
And are you going to have some carrots with it? You know how you're supposed to eat the 4 food groups?
You're the one that knows how to do this. I want to know how we do ice cream with the 4 food groups.
I'm going to show you. So wait till this video's over.
It's going to be good. We promise.
This next part is for all of our young families. that we have out there that have oodles of kids or small kids, and you're trying to scratch your head and go, how do we do this? How do we eat right and be able to afford it and be able to do that?
And get our kids to want to do it. I mean, kids sometimes are very picky.
Yeah, if it's not macaroni and cheese or chicken nuggets, we still wonder which part of the chicken that comes off of.
I have processed lots of chickens and I have found no nuggets.
Okay, so this is a collaboration I am going to do with Megan from Creating Essence. Megan has a beautiful...
She agreed?
She doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Get a hold of me, Megan.
Megan, you've been committed here, girl.
She got a beautiful large family. She's in Virginia. She's a good friend of ours. We've met them. We know that she knows how to cook really well for large families and very, very healthy. So I figure Megan and I will get together and do a collaboration for all these young families. I know that Wynn in Idaho wants to know, Gita Marie wants to know, Austin and Sierra want to know. We need to know how to feed families on real food and being able to afford it and help them to be able to eat it. So just so that you know, hold on families, because we're going to get it together for you. Okay, so today I want to teach you how to plan ahead a little bit to cook, because you're all going, whoa, real food cooking takes a long time.
It's intimidating if you haven't planned for something, prepared for something. It's a half hour till meal time and there ain't nothing ready.
But what did we do today? We had a half an hour.
You know, were those chops
raw?
Thawed?
They were.
Oh, you just
thawed.
bought them?
No, I had thawed them this morning.
Okay, so a little bit of prep. You thought ahead and thawed out
grass-fed pork chops from the farmer's market.
So planning ahead's pretty important.
They were small.
But if you hadn't planned ahead, you still could have come up with something.
Yep.
We always do. In this case, a little bit of planning ahead, so it wasn't a last minute deal.
Cabbage and onions.
But
sauteed.
Planning ahead is so important. It helps.
So one of the things we do is we take some staple items that we know that we will eat. Brown rice. These are all your good carbs. Brown rice, quinoa.
Cauliflower.
Well, no. I'm doing dried beans, lentils, and other legumes. And we make these ahead in a big pot even. And we put them into small containers and label them and stick them in the freezer. And I can go to my freezer and it'll say brown rice, and I pull that out. And I can go and get quinoa and pull that out. And they freeze fine. And that way you're not having to say, oh, I didn't get my quinoa done, or I didn't get this done. I've pulled them out frozen.
So large batch, break it up into the size for feeding your family,
and
a meal size.
Yep.
Okay.
And put them in there so that you can have them. Sign them. Sign them.
Okay.
With
put a sign on. I got it.
The date. Pull them out in the morning. Know what you're going to fix for tonight. That's the key. Just pull it out. Say, okay, this is what I'm going to have. But that's one of the things that we do. I have videos. I'll see if I can find the video where we had done that. And we just did all of these things, and then we can put them all into containers. So that's one huge key to be able to do this. One last thing that we want to talk about, and that is metabolic syndrome. Did you have metabolic syndrome before we started this?
You know, it wasn't diagnosed by a doctor, but that's not typically a doctor diagnosis, metabolic syndrome.
It is starting to be.
It's starting to be, thank goodness.
So I'm going to tell you what metabolic syndrome is.
But yes, we're fairly confident that I have exhibited symptoms of metabolic syndrome in the past.
Somebody, before I get into that, somebody said, we want to see a before and after picture of you because you guys look really good right now. Actually, we don't. We have bellies on us right now. We have abdominal obesity right now that we got over the last 3 months.
Over the last non-homesteading experience days. Yeah, traveling, etc., etc.
Traveling and doing that.
It's so hard.
And now the rain is going to drown us out, so I'm going to talk really quick here.
I told you it was raining a lot today.
So metabolic syndrome is a cluster of some of the highest factors for heart disease. So it's abdominal obesity, high blood pressure, high glucose, diabetes, diabetes 2, pre-diabetes, not diabetes 1, and high cholesterol, high blood pressure, obesity, and diabetes.
Got
them. In order to be diagnosed with metabolic syndrome, you have to have abdominal obesity and 2 of the other factors. So you have to have high triglycerides, low HDL. We're getting drowned out.
You need to stop and do it again.
Okay. High blood pressure or high fasting blood sugar. So those are the 4 things. 2 of those. If you have any 2 of those plus abdominal, then you have metabolic syndrome, and it leads you towards heart attacks. So it's very, very serious. Doctors are now diagnosing
It's a precursor.
Yeah.
All the conditions that lead to a heart attack are causing you to exhibit those symptoms.
So it scares me that we have abdominal obesity right now, because I'm like, okay, that's showing itself. What are the other things doing? And so that's why we're so into being able to...
I want to interject something here. Rhenda's going to bring it in for a close-up. We get a lot of questions about, my hubby doesn't want to get on board with this healthy living. He wants to eat the stuff he wants to eat. What can I do? And if somebody doesn't want to, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. And there's no easy way of telling them being healthy is a good thing. If that doesn't work, you don't have a lot left for you to use. Now, what I suggest to everybody is, if you are eating right and exercising, getting rid of your stress, you're going to get healthier, you're going to feel better, you're going to live longer, and you're going to live healthy longer. It's just a reality. If you don't, and this is the negative part, and this is what people need to realize, you're going to have those diseases, you're going to suffer with them, you're going to be miserable, you're going to die early and miserably. It's what happens to most people.
I think he got on that pedestal.
Yeah, I think I did. But
it's very serious.
But if I could say anything, if the realities won't scare somebody to make the changes, they like their whatever it is so much, they say, I want to be happy. Well, fine, you're going to be happy, but I've seen so many people who, as they got older and got sicker, they were not happy. They were miserable, and they died that way. So what I'm suggesting is, if you really want to be happy and stay that way, straighten it out so that you can be healthy now and stay healthy for the rest of your life. It'll be longer and happier and much more comfortable.
So, I know, honey. I know how strongly we feel about it. That's why we're so upset about our own bellies right now.
I got scared. I saw the future. And I didn't like it. I didn't want to see myself in those miserable situations. It scared the bejeebies out of me, for sure.
For metabolic syndrome, you will not even imagine what the #1 thing that all doctors, all associations that talk about it, tell you the cure is. A lifestyle change. A lifestyle change. That's what Hardiness Approach is. It is a lifestyle change. It's not something, it's not a diet. It's not a, we're going to do this for a few weeks and it's all over. It's changing your life for your life.
It's not magic and it's not immediate. It's long lasting and the side effects are fantastic.
One last thing, somebody asked, are those the portion sizes you always eat? And I believe that was with our spaghetti squash? Yes. We don't eat huge ones. We even said we're eating too much and we need to go back down to a smaller size.
It's challenging to manage and keep the habits right. When you start eating the right things and eating the in-between snacks, not snacks, but yeah, there are snacks. Small meals. You don't need as much. Your body trains itself down. It becomes satisfied because it knows that it's getting the nutrition that you need. When you eat negative nutrition foods, your body is still craving more nutrition, and that's why you think you need to eat more, and it's encouraging you to eat more and more. It just makes the problem worse. So as you make these adjustments, eventually you'll be satiated with smaller amounts of good food more frequently, and yes, those are the portion sizes.
So next week we are going to tackle measurements. How in the world do we measure this, and why, and what should we not measure? And we're going to really start tackling sugar. What you need to do if you want something sweet, and after your meal, get a piece of fruit. And a small one. An apple is half an apple is a serving size. So
get your sugar from natural sources.
And we're going to go show you how to do that right now.
Are you ready for this?
Okay, so strawberries.
Frozen strawberries. Frozen bananas, you notice they are not in their peels.
And a little cream right off the top. Is that good?
I don't know.
We'll try it. You just want to sit down and have a little bowl of ice cream, do ya? Thought you could defy the 4 things that you're supposed to eat at one time, huh? You can't. You never want to eat a carb by itself. We'll explain that next week. Wow. So we're just going to take like that much. And we're going to put the rest into a container and have ice cream. But we're going to do a little side plate here. In this we have boiled eggs. We're going to each eat a half of a boiled egg. He's putting some pecans, which is a nut, on our plate, and I'm putting 2 little carrots. What? You want me to eat carrots and an egg when I have my ice cream? Yes. If you want to be able to have your fruit, obviously this is a carb.
Lots of carbs going on there.
Now, you can have tuna fish if you want, but I don't know, something kind of fishy about that at the same time. But here you go. There are your 4 items that you're going to eat at one time. I know, it's a whole new learning experience.
Bon appetit!
But I think we should taste this on camera. Oh my word. We just made ice cream.
That's really good ice cream.
It's really good ice cream, and all it was is fruit and some cream.
I don't get any poison aftertaste.
Wow! Thank you, whoever said that. I'll need to look up your name.
We're going to name it after her.
Yes.
He needs some food on his own.
Like, subscribe, share. Join our hardinessapproach.com newsletter. Go to hardinessapproach.com, sign up. I know I've got one person who's saying they're having trouble doing it. We're going to get right on that. So if you have any problems, please let us know. Have a beautiful Sunday. We don't normally do things on preparing for Sunday, but we're doing the 30 days in a row. So enjoy your Sabbath.